What's up, men? It's Nilan from surrenderedstrength.com, and the topic of this video is going to be one that might hit close to home, and it's a painful one, but it's a serious one, and that's infidelity. Being unfaithful to your wife, your girlfriend, whatever that is in your life at this stage. And honestly, I didn't realize how much it happens, at least in the community around me, until recently. And as I've kind of just been hearing stories about men that have partaked and are partaking in infidelity or in these acts of infidelity, it makes me sick to be a man and know that there are men that are close to me that are choosing to do this, and as men we are not, obviously we're not supposed to do that, mainly because as men we are to give our strengths to our spouse and to give ourselves to our spouse solely, and the only thing bigger than our spouse is God. And when we give ourselves to someone that's not our spouse, then we not only weaken ourselves, we weaken your relationships, obviously, and you're giving just men in general, a bad rap. And we're called to be leaders, to lead by example, to be disciplined, to be the ones to show other people the way. And when we choose to do things that go against that, and it hurts everyone. It not only yourselves, not only your spouse, but if you have kids, it hurts the people you're around, because now you're no longer acting out of strength. You're acting out of this childish way. And I like this is an issue that I don't stand on a soapbox and say, I'm perfect and I've never had this issue, because I'll be honest, I've done this. I've made the mistake. Thankfully, it was before I met my wife, and God gave me the opportunity to learn from it and to just become a better man before I met my wife. And now I've been able to use that previous experience to better my relationship. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect, and that I'm still a man. I'm still tempted. I'm not perfect. And I've dealt with temptations, and I know I'm going to deal with temptations, because Satan is always trying to weaken us men. And so I don't want to stand here and say, hey, you're not doing the right thing, get your act together. But I want to give you some advice when temptation comes, and some things that have helped me, and maybe they'll help you. First and foremost, I solely and truly believe that my wife is the most beautiful woman inside and out. Does that mean there's not other pretty women in the world? Hell no. There's lots of pretty women, but none will match the beauty of my wife. So secondly, if I ever am tempted, or if Satan puts a thought of temptation in my mind, the first thing I start doing is I start looking for flaws for that person. Not that I can be like, point them out to them, but in my mind, I'm going to find something that I don't like about them, so I'm immediately turned off. And, it's just like, okay, that's that. I don't like this about this person, so I don't even have to think about, it's not even a temptation anymore. And thirdly, you know, we are all brothers and sisters under the fathership of God. And when we start thinking about, or thinking as other women as your sisters, they become a lot less of a temptation. So those are three tips or three things that I've used and I've done and I will continue to do, because again, Satan will continue to tempt me. But if those help you, I hope they help you. I hope you are strengthened and can find strength from God and through God to look at your spouse, wife, girlfriend, and find all the beauty that God has put in them, and just focus on that beauty, and not only focus on it, but remind yourself and her of her beauty, because she needs to be reminded. And when you offer your strength and remind her of her beauty, it's just going to strengthen your relationship. So men, I encourage you, do not give up your strength to temptation, but give your strength to the people in your life that matter the most, that have been there, that will be there if you continue to love them. God's strength and good luck.